Rico and Kayla is about to go live online. Catch All Out Monster hit music, All Out celebrity interviews, All Out showbiz and sports news, All Out fun, an exclusive on the Monster. Catch the stream on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your All Out hosts, Rico Robles and Kayla Rivera. Stand by and enjoy the program.
I did mention to you guys a double header, and this time around, this girl's everywhere, man. When it comes to what? Acting, writing, directing, traveling the world, making her part of the world a better place, and giving us more reasons to actually enjoy looking at Instagram and enjoy what she's up to. Because you're always looking forward to her adventures. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bela Padilla. Hi, Bella.
Hello. Hi, Rico. How are you?
Good, good, good. You know, it's been a minute. It's been a while. A lot
No.
has happened.
God,
Kamusta ka na? How's everything going?
true. A whole pandemic has happened. My gosh. I'd say I'm doing well. A little bit jet lagged. I arrived in Manila at 11 p.m. last night, so I haven't slept for a minute at all. So I'm just dead right now. But yeah,
I could ask you
otherwise
all,
it's good.
I could ask you all the questions. And Bella's very vulnerable right now. I say, may jet
Yes,
lag is.
definitely.
But I mean, you
But
did mention jet lag. Where are you coming from? You know, before traveling to Manila, where were you coming from?
So I'm currently based in London. So I was at home. Yeah, I was at home in London this week, and I flew over. But yeah, I actually did a bit of traveling this January. I started the year in a very interesting way. I went to a place I guess I've never been to before. I was in Davos early this, well, not early, I wouldn't say early this month. It was literally just like a week ago. I've been to Switzerland so many times. I love filming in Switzerland, but it's the first time I've been to this part of Switzerland, to Davos, and especially during the World Economic Forum. So I gave a little talk in the World Systemic Forum about the power of communication and I guess my view on that as a filmmaker. So I'd say I started the year on a very serious note.
And
Yeah.
you know, it's always been something that you've always pushed forward for when it comes to especially our cinema here in the Philippines, our industry in the
Yeah.
Philippines. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
and for that, I mean, the writing part, we know you as a great actress, but you know, when did you start
Thank you
getting
so
into to writing? When did you like, okay, I want to try to work on this? You know, when was that
much.
scratch?
I'd say my first official writing credit was for 10,000 Hours, which came out, I think, in 2013, if I'm not mistaken. It was an entry to the Metro Manila Film Fest. I actually won Best Original Story for that, which was very fun, I guess, for a noob. But before that, I did write a script for a movie called Coming Soon. I
Mhm.
didn't ask to be credited because there was another writer on board, and basically the writer went MIA, and my friends were left hanging, and they had no script to work with. So I ended up finishing the script for them. But yeah, I didn't wanna take credit on the story. And then since then, I conceptualized a couple of films that came to life, like Camp
Mhm.
Sawi, Lock at First Sight. I wrote Last Night for Tony and Piolo. Um, I wrote 366 during the pandemic. That came out on Netflix last year. And I have a film coming up this year that we partially shot in Korea that I also wrote. So I'd say I've been writing here and there already. Actually, before all of this, I would pinch hit articles to Manila Bulletin or Mega Magazine, but this was way, way back. So yeah, I wouldn't say like I'm super new at it, but I don't know. I just feel like me writing was more of a necessity because there were characters I wanted to play and I didn't see anyone writing them. So I started writing the characters I wanted to, like perform or do in the big screen. So it was more of that in the beginning, and then I actually really enjoyed it. So Yeah.
And how does one nurture it? I mean, I could imagine like you were writing it when you were in the different shows before when you were starting. Then you started
Yeah.
writing to bring it to life. I mean, do you
Mhm.
take classes? Do you have are you an
Yeah.
understudy? Or something? Did you go through like kumbaga, intern
I,
class? Say some famous
yeah.
director or somebody.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. So I consider a few people my mentors. Like I started with Direct Joyce Bernal, Direct Irene Villamor, who's also a really dear friend of mine, and I love her so much. I've worked with her on so many of my films. I took classes under Sir Ricky Lee in
Hmm.
2017. And then on the side, I do my own research. Like I like reading about writing, if that makes sense.
Uh,
Or I just enroll in workshops online and try to take part in that. So I do my own bit of research, I guess. Like I try to keep on learning. And I guess because I'm writing scripts, the best way to also learn is to keep on watching new material. So I say that when I'm binging on Netflix or when I'm just at home spending the weekend on Netflix, I'm researching. So yeah, it's
that's a pretty good, not even an excuse,
a
but a
good
reason to actually spend hours with a bucket of popcorn and some notes. Triangle of
right.
Sadness. Have you seen it?
Insane. It was all over in London since December. Actually, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't caught it yet. I literally was just talking to Miss Dolly Ann last night because I posted a bit of the film on my Instagram page, and I'm just in awe of how far she brought herself. And I say she brought herself because this is really like all her. It was her performance that brought her everywhere, to the BAFTAs, to the Golden Globes. Like, as sad as it is, I feel like we don't have enough support yet to
Mhm.
really showcase Filipino talent, and that's just amazing. Yeah.
Ang importante dun the door has been kicked. Somebody has knocked on the door like, "Yo, Philippines,
Exactly.
do check us
Yeah,
out. We do got a lot of
exactly.
work."
I really hope it does like bring awareness now to more Filipino talents, not just actors, but I mean we have so much. And we do have a lot already in Hollywood that maybe we don't know of, or um, you know, I guess they're more how would I say, like Filipinos who grew up in the States already. So I don't know if they even, I'm sure they are proud of their heritage. I'm not sure though if they still relate to being like completely Filipino, but there are famous cinematographers in Hollywood that are Filipino, and directors, and so yeah. It's not like we're new, but Miss Dolian really like gave us the spotlight. So she's
Merong
amazing.
talagang homegrown na from here
Homegrown, she was working
nag-audition.
here, nag-audition over Zoom. Was it Zoom or Skype? But yeah,
Something like
amazing.
that, yeah, and then nagtatagalog pa dun sa movie, which is really cool because we know Tia
I know.
Carrere,
Oh, watched it. I'm gonna
Dante
watch it when I fly.
Basco, and Lou Diamond Phillips, and of course the behind the scenes. For those that are tuning in, we do have Bela Padilla. She is joining us now. Before we talk about your latest work, I know this is a Korean adaptation. Another one that I
Yes.
wanted to ask you. Okay, people, just to clarify, Bella is not retiring from show business because I thought
No.
all along na ay mamumuhay na to sa London or sa Spain or yung bumili na ng bahay doon, ayaw na sa Pilipinas, di ba? That was like made everybody like, "Oh, is she moving for good? What was it?" Tell us the
I know.
story behind.
That's ridiculous. Actually, I just flew out in July 2021. It's true though. I packed everything, like all the books that I couldn't let go of. I put in boxes. I packed 3 months worth of clothes in three huge suitcases, and the rest I again packed in boxes. The stuff I felt like I never would use again, I gave away. I gave my car away. I let go of my house, all my furniture, literally everything. I think it was the pandemic that really hit me and said, you know what, you need a change of pace. It was such an eye opener for me of how things were handled here. Obviously, also because I was working with ABS-CBN, because ABS-CBN was closed, it just felt like nothing was going right for the
Mhm.
people. Um, I mean, I don't want to get too political or anything, or I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but the pandemic hit us really hard. And I could compare with my siblings who were living, abroad, like in the UK, and My boyfriend was living in Switzerland. Um, they were living such normal lives, and meanwhile we couldn't go outdoors without a face mask and a face shield, which was ridiculous. I just felt like it wasn't gonna help me creatively anymore. Like I couldn't write anything. I was at home every day. Also, the pandemic hits you hard when you live completely alone. So, um, for the past 10 years, I was living alone, but I had my assistant at home with me. So I wasn't completely alone, but I was like her ate. Like I was taking care of her too. But when the pandemic hit, I we decided to part ways. Like she had to be with her family too because she had younger siblings and she
Mhm.
needed to help out. So I ended up living completely alone, and it really like takes a toll on your mental health when you have no one to talk to all day and you're
True
locked in
that.
your
True
house.
that.
Yeah, it was insane. So I really felt like, you know what, I need a change of pace. I need a place where I can be creative again, where I can write again. So I just decided to leave.
Who was the
Yeah.
person that you first discussed it to? Like, para bang napag-isipan mo, I'm gonna leave,
Um,
I'm gonna put
no,
everything in
you
the
know,
box. Was there somebody you wanted it to before you? Was there somebody who tried to persuade you? No, Bella, stay in the Philippines.
No, you know what's funny? All my friends thought I was joking. Like up until 2 days before my flight, I had like a goodbye dinner with my closest friends, and it was such a mishmash of people. Like they weren't people who were, like close to each other, but I was close to each and every one of them. I brought them all for a dinner, and I think that's the moment when they really realized, like, oh, she's serious. She's actually leaving. Like I
Uh,
think up until that moment, they wanted to believe that I was just going through a phase of dreaming of a future abroad, but
uh,
they didn't know I was already slowly packing. The first person who actually saw it was my stylist because I asked her to help me pack my bags
uh,
and to choose outfits for the next 3 months. So she started crying in my house, and I didn't shed a tear. Like I was ready to go, to be honest. The only time I got emotional was when I was saying goodbye to my cat because Sputnik's been with me for 11 years. So that got me emotional. But saying goodbye to my
where's,
mom, my
where's,
best friend,
where's your cat now?
my cat's with my mom.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, saying
No,
goodbye to your
I want
best
to bring Sputnik.
friend.
Okay. I know he was my best friend for years and years. He's 13 years old this year.
Okay.
I want to bring him to the UK, but the regulations are so strict for bringing a pet over from the Philippines. So I still need to figure out what the requirements are and everything. So yeah,
I'm sure
but yeah,
somebody will help you. Somebody will message. Make sure that Sputnik is over in
is
London. You know what I
reunited
mean?
with me. My gosh, I would
Yes.
love that so much. That whoever that person is that miraculously flies Sputnik to me. My gosh, I'll name my first kid after you.
Eh,
No,
kasi alam mo, akala talaga namin lahat dito sa Pilipinas, no? Especially yung mga marites at chismoso dyan. Everybody thought, na-in-love si
mhm.
Bella, hindi na babalik. That's what we all thought.
Of course not. My boyfriend doesn't even live in the UK. Like he lives in
Ah,
Switzerland. So it's not that at all. It's more like a personal journey, I guess. You know the funny thing, I was out in Leicester Square one night with two Filipino friends. So I have two super close friends in the UK and they're both Pinoy. And we went out for Jollibee. Like there's a Jollibee in Leicester Square. Because we went out drinking and we wanted Jollibee after. And apparently, and I only found out like a few months ago that like a Filipino took a picture of me while I was in Leicester Square. Siguro kakain ko lang ng Chicken Joy or whatever I was eating that night. I don't even remember. Um, Apparently that person sent to their group chat that like, oh, I saw Bella here in Leicester Square and I think she's pregnant because her tummy's big. And I'm like, girl, I just ate Chicken Joy. Can I not be bloated in winter? But it's I don't know. Um, you can't take that out of our culture. Like it's I
ah,
guess it's innate. Honestly, like I feel like I can't even fight that notion of actors flying abroad for a couple of months and then they come back and they reveal that they have a baby. I can't dispute it in my case because it does actually happen. Like just the past 2 years, so many actors left the Philippines and they came back and they, recently just like launched vlogs revealing their
mm,
babies. But I have no one to reveal and I post constantly and you guys
ah,
see what I do all the time. So I literally did not leave because I got married or I got engaged or I got pregnant. None of those are true. I mean, I wish it were. Like if that's something that happens to me, in the near future or like further down the line, I would be the first to share it. So yeah.
You heard it from Bella herself. Okay, so
Yeah.
TikTok. Don't believe everything you see on TikTok or or read it here. Okay, you're
Oh my
hearing it
God.
from her.
Ad. My mom
Mhm.
called me one time, super frantic. During the pandemic, I was still here. She called me crying and she was hysterical. And she said, like, the first thing she said was, it said on Facebook that you're dead.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, you're talking to me right now, so obviously I'm not, right?
Mhm.
But, like, people will really post anything nowadays for clickbait. It's insane. They even posted a picture of a car that, like, supposedly crashed into me or whatever. So my mom really thought it was real because there were pictures and everything. And my mom's in her 60s. So, like, it was very, very stressful for her too. Like, I felt so bad for her. But, you know, it's really, I don't know. I don't want to say it's our culture because it shouldn't be, but yeah, somehow it is.
It is a
Yeah.
clickbait thing that's happening now in the cancel culture.
No,
Also, it's the one that's really
true.
growing so fast. Here
True.
in the Philippines. But okay, Bella, so you're
I know.
back.
I've seen
Here.
it happen. I've seen it happen so many times on Twitter.
Welcome back. And how long are
Thank
you planning
you.
to stay? I know you have a new
I'm
project. Tell us
actually
about your project.
yes, yes. So I'm actually here to promote my new film, but also at the same time I'm shooting another film while I'm here. So I'll be here till March. I hope I run into you guys at some point somewhere. Do say hi when you see me. Let's not make it awkward. No. So yeah, I have a movie coming out on February 1st. I think it's been a tradition of Viva that every time I do a movie for them, they release it in February. So it's like their Valentine offering in a sense. And we obviously had to stop that tradition during the pandemic because cinemas closed down. But I'm happy to restart that again, and I would love it if you guys join me in that tradition and we watch Spellbound together in cinemas. We're starting to show on February 1st. So this is starring myself and Marco Gumabao and Ren Escaño, who is amazing in this movie. She did such a wonderful job. Cindy Miranda, Ronnie Liang, and so much more. And this is directed by Direct Jal Zarate. One thing I can say about this film, yes, it's an adaptation of a Korean film, a huge hit in Korea a few years ago. The Korean film is lovely. Like I watched it before filming, and honestly, I'm super doag, so I got really scared watching it. I had to stop a few times. Um, it's so well made. The love story comes in at the perfect time. All the jokes are so spot on. So even if the film was done, I think it was in 2005,
Mhm.
the jokes are still super funny up to now. Um, what I can say about the Philippine version is that Direct Jones really made it his own. So he added the Pinoy flavor that we all love and need in our lives. Um, it's the perfect mix of a love story, of a horror film, of in a way also a comedy, but there's also some
Mhm.
lovely dramatic moments in there that really just I hope people can relate to. So it's a movie for everyone. This also I believe is my most visually beautiful film to date. Like it's so beautiful. I can't like every frame looks like a picture that should be I don't know, like posted on Instagram or something. It's just so nice. The lighting is
We're
lovely.
gonna check out the trailer for the
Okay,
movie that's coming up
okay.
on air. I'm gonna play you guys a song, but on live, we're gonna check out the trailer. This is Spellbound, starring Marco Gumabao, Bela Padilla joining us. Here we go. Let's go check out the trailer right now. We are live for those that are watching us.
Isa ka daw seance? That you see spirits, they follow you, they even hunt you.
And everyone that is close to you?
Ang saya-saya kaya ng buhay ko.
Tsaka masarap mabuhay.
Pag may mga multo kayo, wag na wag niyong tatakbuhan. Harapin niyo ng may buong tapang.
Oy, Yuri! Para maiba naman, baka naman gusto mong sumama na sa dinner ng crew. Mawawala ka na naman, parang multo, ganyan ka.
Alam mo, Yuri, kung mag-isa ka lang pala dito, we can be friends. May mga puso naman kami.
Wala kang puso.
Tapos ako pa sasabihin niya na walang puso.
Hindi ka namin miss ng girlfriend mo.
Magpasalamat siya na kinakaibigan ko pa rin siya, maski na ang weirdo-weirdo niyang babae.
Talaga, chicks ako?
Oh my God, the nerve of that girl.
Bakit masyado ka naman affected?
Ha? Eh, kung naman kasi, Yuri, ang hirap mong hanapan ng lalaki.
Sus, kahit nga mukha ng puwet basta matapang, okay na.
Matagal-tagal ka ng malungkot, Yuri. It's about time na maging masaya ka.
Alam mo, Yuri, pareho kayo. Huwag kang matakot.
Mukha lang akong matapang pero duwag ako. Si Yuri kailangan niya ng someone brave.
Alam niyo naman kung ano mangyayari. Sasaktan yun, mapagpahamak.
Yuri, sabi mo kapitbahay mo siya eh.
Nakakapit na siya doon sa bahay ko.
Sino naman matinong taong tatagal sa akin? Kailangan nila pagdaanan lahat ng pinagdadaanan ko.
Kapag minumuto ka, tumakbo ka ng sobrang bilis. Ng sobrang lapit. Kasi hindi kita iiwanan.
So parang magic kiliti?
Sakto! Patayin na lamig with kilig.
Hey, February 1, congratulations in advance. Sobrang
Thank you so
nakakatuwa.
Watch it up. Nakakatakot pa rin.
Diba? And then,
I can't
you're coming from Deleter. Alam mo yan, dali ah. We're gonna go back now. Those that are tuning in, Bela Padilla, we just watched a trailer for Spellbound. My goodness. You know, of course, Viva coming from a very successful Metro Manila Film Fest with Deleter. Tapos biglang it goes to this in the trailer. Nakakatakot. Sobra.
Yeah,
And
true.
congratulations, guys.
Kasi this is the... Thank you so much. I'm so happy. We started filming this pre-pandemic. We started in 2020, so our director had a lot of time to edit. Yeah, if you can see, the quality is so good. Like, honestly, the ghosts look so real. Okay, I can't watch the trailer super straight up. I'm honestly scared to watch the movie sa premiere night because I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna handle it.
You know, of course, your premiere night, when is it going to be? When is it going to be coming
yeah.
out? I know February 1 in theaters, but of course, your premiere night, what? It's going to be on the 31st?
Yeah. On the 30th. So our premiere night is on January 30 in Mega Mall Cinema 1, I believe. And we are going to be in Mega Mall. Yeah.
All right, cool. So, of course, all the fans of Bela Padilla, hey, man, she is back in the country indeed. And, of course, for 2023, she did mention she will be doing some more projects and more movies. How about your grand directing? Is there going to be more directorial stuff for you this year?
Yes, so I actually just finished directing a film in Korea. Like I mentioned earlier, the movie's called If. It's coming out this year. Watch out for that. And I'm directing a film at the end of the year in Switzerland. So let's wait for these projects. I can't say too much.
And of course, Bella, you know, here on the show, I like to ask for advice as well for you. You know, and you have any advice for those that are upcoming who wants to venture on to directing, who wants to venture on into writing? You know, kasi iba, want to be famous, want to be a celebrity. You get into the art, the craft, the love industry. How does one begin? You have any do's and don'ts that you want to share?
I actually released a video on my vlog like last year on script writing. So if you guys want to check that out, I compartmentalized everything I use when I write scripts. Also, interestingly, I am actually launching a platform very, very soon for aspiring filmmakers. It's called Endroll. So if you guys want to check it out, the website is endroll.film, end with ANDROLL.film. I can post it on my socials also later. We've been doing Twitter Spaces usually it's every Sunday. I just had to stop because I was traveling a lot, but we'll resume that in Feb. We've been doing Twitter Spaces to help out aspiring filmmakers, giving out tips to not just writers, directors, but also, I guess, the hopefuls out there who want to be actors. Because there is a lot of gatekeeping, I guess, in what goes on, I guess, in the industry. So, yeah, just check out the Twitter Spaces. Go to our website, enroll.film. And yeah, I guess that's it.
And Bella, thank you for continuing to, preserve what is our industry. Continue to fight for it. And to always show people, you and only a handful of you guys who do this, who really loves the craft, preserves it, nourishes it, and shares it to everybody and to the future generation. And hopefully next time we have you live in the studio, okay?
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much, Rico. And thank you to everyone who's listening. Thank you, RX.
Take care. Take care, and you have a great weekend ahead. Alam nyo, guys, for those that are tuning in, nakikita lang kami ni Bella pag tumatawid, galing concert. Uy! Yun yung mga level. Everybody's running.
Yeah, true.
And
before it's a gym.
Yeah, that's
true,
right.
true.
That's right. All right, Bella, you take care.
Thank you. Ingat. Bye, guys. Thank you. Spellbound, February 1. Thanks.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Bela Padilla. There you have it. Spellbound, February 1st. Don't forget, starring Marco Gumabo. Thank you guys for watching. For those that are watching, for those that are tuned in, thank you guys. In behalf of Kayla Rivera, my name is Rico Robles, and this has been another Monster exclusive interview.
Monster exclusive interview. Monster exclusive interview. Only from Manila's hottest. Monster RX93.1.